My name is Rufus Jackson Jones, Jr. I was born in Birmingham, Alabama, the place Dr. Martin Luther King, Jr. called the most segregated place in the country. Birmingham is in the South, the deep South. The South is in my soul. The year that changed my life happened in Birmingham. It was a year that changed America, maybe the world. It was 1963. Segregation now, segregation tomorrow, segregation forever, Governor George Wallace said during his inaugural speech. I didn't know exactly what his words meant. I was only 11 years old. I just knew what he said was wrong. Each word that came out of his mouth made my sweet mama's smile turn into a frown. After the death of my daddy, Rufus Sr., hard times had taken away her joy. My mama, Tilly Jones, worked hard at home and even harder at Boone's steel mill. Mama worked in the kitchen there, where the men lined up to eat the good meals the colored women cooked. Mama's brother, Uncle Sam, was the only colored manager at the steel mill. He had a college degree, and white folks looked at him a little different than most colored folks. They showed him respect. Not enough, but more than most colored folks. They still called him Sam, not Mr. Lewis, while calling white managers Mr. This and Mr. That. Uncle Sam had to sit in the colored section when he ate lunch, just like Mama. When he entered the building, he walked in the back door, just like Mama. One day, Uncle Sam and the other colored folks in Birmingham got real tired of back doors. They were tired of hard work and low pay, no right to vote, and their children going to raggedy schools with used books. That was when the secret meetings started. I heard that there were going to be all kinds of protests, but it was going to be hard fighting people like Bull Connor, who was in control of the police. Folks said he was also a member of the Ku Klux Klan. Colored folks in Birmingham feared Bull Connor like the plague. I knew about Bull Connor because I read about him in the newspaper. We could not afford the paper, but Uncle Sam passed his newspaper on to my mama at work every day, and I'd read it when she was done. My Aunt Ola was always bringing me old Jet and Ebony magazines. That is how I learned about Dr. Martin Luther King, Jr. and Reverend Fred Shuttlesworth. My teacher, Miss Smith, told us they were important leaders. She said we were important too. Uncle Sam agreed with them that now was the time to act. He was real smart, and so was Aunt Ola. They got married right after they graduated from Shaw University. She was a high school English teacher and fancy in the way she talked, walked, and dressed, but she wasn't snobby about it. She and Mama were not just sisters-in-law, but they were also best friends. All Mama's other friends worked at the steel mill or spent their days cooking and cleaning for white people. They carpooled or walked to the white neighborhoods to earn just $3 a day, and then they rushed home before dark. No colored woman or man was safe in Birmingham after the sun went down. We lived in a place called Bull Hill, a place where the houses were all raggedy and owned by a white man named Smarty Hanks, who couldn't have been stingier. Each house had 2 tiny bedrooms, a sitting area, and a small kitchen. Not one house had been painted since anyone could remember, and a lot of our porches looked like they were ready to fall down. Everyone on Bull Hill shopped at the same grocery store, and all of us kids got bused to a colored school downtown. Mama said when she was a little girl, the folks on Bull Hill had a 1-room schoolhouse for the colored children. It had dirt floors and no running water. Come Sunday morning, everyone put on their Sunday best to praise God at one of the many colored churches in Birmingham. Churches like 16th Street Baptist Church. Mama loved that church best. She sang in the women's choir, but every now and then someone would ask her to sing at another church. She would go, but she rarely missed a Sunday at her own church.